Round two, we've got the choice again, and we will play first. And yeah, we're going to keep this. It's pretty land heavy, but we're running a couple Tormenting Voices, and we have quite a few 4-drops, so I think this hand's okay. I admit, Arc Bond's not exactly something I believe I'm going to be playing early, but now the question is, do I want to actually dash on turn 2? It depends on if I draw something this turn, I feel like. That's the determining factor. Well, that kind of makes me want to hardcast it. Feel pretty safe here. I mean, the fact that we actually have something to do against the 2-drop is pretty nice. Wisely hardcasting the Kin Tree Warden for the trade, but we are not going to give you that opportunity, sir. 6 on turn 3. That is not bad. Wild Slash? Oh, that's pretty good. All right. Well, I would say collateral damage is worse against us than Wild Slash is, so that's okay. We are actually going for gas at this point, though. Looking for gas. Tormenting Voice does, in fact, work pretty well here, so we've got quite a few draws that help us. In addition to any non-land card in our deck, specifically the Tormenting Voices are pretty helpful in this spot, but we'll see what we get. Active Treason. Well, at least tells me what I have to deal with, so why not? I mean, I could save it. Go for the trade. I think it's better to act here. Get in for the old lava axe. It's a cannon lurkers. That's good to know. Means if I had the mana, which would have been 7, could have unmorphed it as well as I can still Arc Bond to do some pretty heavy duty damage. Tusk Guard Captain. Opponent is on defense mode. Got it. All right. Drawing land, so I think we're just going to go out in chill out mode here. Could have offered the trade with one of those, but that's okay. Just need to find an opportunity to use Arc Bond in a way that wipes the board and does some dramatic damage to everybody. Guess the ideal one would be the Canyon Lurkers. Yeah, alright. And Outlasting. Seems a bit dangerous. Alright. Let's, do I want to play Blazebringer here? Kinda do. I don't think it's getting better later. I think we'll play Blazebringer and pass. Still don't want to trade a Mardu Scout for an unmorphed morph dude. Hmm. Well, I guess this seems like a decent opportunity to do it. But yeah, because they're gonna fight too. So we'll kill everything and deal 4 damage to each player. All right. So they're gonna fight. Everything will take 4, which should kill everything. All right. Well, not the worst. We did 3. We 3 for 3'd. Not the best, but it's a good top deck. Let's hit a Canyon Lurkers off of it. I guess that'd be the best one, right? Or no, I guess a Heel Cutter would probably still be the best. I'd settle for an Instigator. That would be sweet too. Or land would be okay. Ooh, got that spicy little Heel Cutter. Might as well pocket the land in case we draw a Tormenting Voice. I don't believe we need more than 6. 6 is probably overkill. Hoping just a creature here. Yes, that is acceptable. Could be a Savage Punch for the trade. Teamer Charger. All right. Can handle that. This is pretty intriguing. So I can play the Instigator. I can actually swing with this Heel Cutter. And I want him to block, because then I go face up and kill them both. Alternatively, I don't want to do Instigator just yet. I think we just swing. If he double blocks, it's just Omega value for us. If he doesn't block, then it doesn't matter. I'll undo it and get him for 6, which is still huge. I have no cards in hand, so it's basically playing on his ability to predict what this is. Just blocking for block's sake. All right. It's acceptable. I can unmanifest it at the end of my opponent's turn now, which is actually kind of nice. My opponent is likely very tempted to just leave up the unmorph mana, which would make sense. Tusker. All right, well, our opponent is very dead. Well, wow, 1,000 wins, you say. We drew out of the, geez, some pretty good rares actually in our opponent's teamer deck. We drew out of that Arc Bond situation remarkably well. Rage Form doing all sorts of work with the Dream Heel Cutter underneath. The old 3-2 double strike, get rid of a blocker. That is a nasty little creature there. I like that. Still don't have a sideboard, so let's go to game 2. Looks like our opponent does not have much of a sideboard either. This is a fantastic hand. On the draw, do I... That's weird. Why is it not letting me F6? Still can't F6? Oh, there we go. On the draw, do I want to dash the Mardu Scout is the question I wanted to ask, but I'm not sure. I think I probably cast it here. My opponent plays a creature. I clearly cast it. All right. Just casting. We're just going to start getting some dudes out there. Oops. The Teamer Charger into our Pyrotechnics is kind of nice, if we can get to that point. All right. No aggressive plays. I'm okay with that. All right. Land is a welcome sight. Let's drop an Instigator and pass. Could have dropped the Blazebringer as well, but I like the Instigator play slightly more. Pyrotechnics still looking pretty good. Cheering Instigator, potentially pretty good as well. Our opponent does have collateral damage, though, something to keep in mind. It's going to make the old active treason plays slightly worse. Take our damage, take our medicine. What do you have in store for us next? Ooh, Beastmaster's pretty good. He's getting full value off of that bad boy. Well, now I'm just going to play Blazebringer because I'm not going to let my opponent draw cards. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. I think I attack with Scout now because either of those trades seems acceptable to me. Actually, should have attacked first because then my opponent would have been much less likely to block, but my opponent did not block anyway, so I guess that's okay. So next turn we get a pretty spicy little Pyrotechnics. Opponent does not get to draw here either, which is pretty sexy for us. Blazebringer, doing something. Doing something. So next turn, kill, 2 to my opponent, or kill, kill morph. Both of those seem very sexy to me. I like that a lot. I guess I could also kill this, kill the captain, then it just leaves my opponent with a 2-1. Although it's, what am I talking about? It's much more likely I'd want to kill captain, kill Beastmaster, and then just leave my opponent with a 3-1. No sense in giving my opponent potential card draw at some point. I hope he just plays a morph here, and he is in for just a world of pain. Oh my god. The sheer quantity of value I'm going to get in this turn is obscene. Just obscene. Get the old 3-for-1. And then we proceed to get in for 9 points of damage. Granted, Blazebringer's gone now, but he did his job. He did his 4 damage. That's all I ever ask of the Mardu Blazebringer. Now we are very close to lethal. In fact, we have lethal if our opponent has nothing, but very likely, even if our opponent has something, which he does, we still likely have lethal. Because we are going to get to active treason something, depending, of course, if our opponent has collateral damage. But we're also going to get to Trumpet Blast, which is pretty nasty. So we're going to be stealing that Tuskguard Captain. Oh, he did do the collateral damage. All right. So he correctly predicted that being something that needed to be taken care of. Although, I think he would have been better off holding that. Because then he could have used it in response. But let's see what we got here. Something sexy is what I'm hoping for. Teamer Battle Rage. Well, not exactly a creature, but still something that trades with Tuskguard Captain. Morph number 2. No red mana up this time. Outlasting? That is some bravery. I don't know what that means exactly either. It's pretty crazy. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get in there. And it is definitely lethal with a Trumpet Blast. I feel like he's pretty motivated to just trade with the Scout. Trumpet Blast for the win. Well, sometimes you get everything, and it feels good when I do. So, if I'm going to get everything, I like to do it with a weirdo deck like Red Deck Wins. So, can the awesome card distributions continue in match 3? Let's find out.